What's up, everybody? New deck. Um, I didn't want this deck, first of all. I had seen it before, and I intentionally did not check it out. It was on my list, I think. This is Todd Alcotts' Horror Tarot. The story behind this is I was hanging out with Joey, my best friend, and she had this deck, and she was like, Bobby, check it out, check it out. And I wasn't that enthusiastic about it because, it at the time she was showing me, I was in a different mindset. I was like more Thoth tarot, highly spiritual. But I looked at it, 3 cards in, I was like, you bitch. And I picked up my phone and I ordered it. It's that freaking cool. I am a huge horror fan. Joey and I like to get together for Scary Movie Day. Let me get this shiny part off of it. I really love the box, too. It's a book, and that's going to be relevant as we go through the cards, and you'll see why. Life and death, fate, all in the cards. See how it looks like a book cover? All the cards are like that. They're either book covers, movie posters, something like that. See? Look how cool is that? All right. Todd Alcotts' Horror Tarot. And I should mention there's a sci-fi tarot and a pulp tarot, and I'm going to get them. The creator of the pulp tarot returns with this kaleidoscopic plunge into the world of horror graphics guaranteed to send chills down your spine. Todd Alcotts' Horror Tarot is a full tarot deck of 78 cards with bespoke instruction booklet to guide you through the thrilling and terrifying world of the major arcana and all 4 grasp-inducing suits of the minor arcana. Divine your future with bone-chilling images inspired by over 100 years of horror graphics 100 years of horror graphics evoking movie posters, fan magazines, paperback books, classic comics, and pulp magazines. Your fate is in your hands. This is very cool. It's credited as the Unemployed Philosophers Guild out of New York. So the philosophersguild.com if you want to find out more about them. The UPG. What is the UPG? Oh, the Unemployed Philosophers Guild. UPG. Duh. All right. Oh, look at that. I hadn't actually paid attention to the box. All right, let's look at the book. Let's take a book look. They make reference to the Blair Witch on the second page, so that's awesome. Dracula on the first page. This dude. Okay. The cards of the major arcana are the building blocks of the tarot. They were originally a deck unto themselves, blah, blah, blah. A brief history of Horror Tarot Studios. Horror Tarot Studios has been in existence almost as long as film itself. The studio was founded in 1917 by filmmaker and spiritualist Charles Brimmer. Really? I'm gonna have to do some research. I never knew such an animal existed. All right, and then it goes into the cards. Let's see. The Fool, which is this baby right here, is Horror Tarot Studios' most recent film, a century celebration remake of the 1921 Charles Brenner original, directed by Danish enfant terrible Lars Sorensen. The Fool stars Frida Mahler as Ella, a simple girl who grows up in an isolated mountain town with little knowledge of the outside world. When Ella's abusive parents die in a landslide, she ventures out into the world and falls prey to its many dangers. As Mahler describes Ella, the Fool has an astounding lack of situational awareness. I know people like that. She pays no attention to where she's going. She's got a dog with her, but we don't know if it's her dog or just a dog she ran into. I never really thought of that. That's cool. Originally, the dog was chasing the Fool out of town. He wasn't the companion. Alright. Maybe it's her pet. Maybe it's her spirit guide. She steps off a cliff, and maybe she'll plummet to her death, and maybe she'll take off and fly. She's on a journey. Even if the journey is a mile straight down, the point is she enjoys the moment of pure joy and has faith in the universe. All right. I'm going to be doing a reading after this, so let me see if I could adjust the view. There we go. Okay. So let's look at this. It says the Fool. And down here at the bottom, Horror Tarot presents Major Arcana card 00, the Fool, a symbol of enthusiastic innocence. You are beginning a vast journey in life, but you're not afraid of the challenges before you because you live in the moment. It gives you the full definition down here, but it's hidden. I love that. The Magician. He holds the power of all the elements in the palm of his hand. Horror Tarot presents card number 1, the Major Arcana. The Magician is a symbol of manifestation and unlimited potential. He knows all, sees all. He is resourceful and pure. Or he is a fraud and a charlatan. Proceed with caution. Okay, let's throw some astrology at you too. So we've got Uranus, Mercury. The High Priestess is the Moon. I love how the High Priestess represents that which is hidden, the subconscious, and there's no definition on here. It's strictly your intuition. And I love the pomegranate in her hand. The Empress. She has everything a woman needs in abundance. I love this deck. I fell in love with it. I really do. The ultimate authority rests with him, the Emperor. The Hierophant. He sees through this material world and into your very soul. These are fun. The Lovers. Love is grand, but it always leads to trouble. Horror Tarot presents the Lovers, a symbol of love, harmony, and relationships and choices. So if you're someone who's not comfortable with tarot cards yet, I lost track of the astrology. We're just going to enjoy the cards. If you're new to tarot, these are great. This is something that will help you with the keywords, and it's hidden so people can't really see it. The people you're reading for. I'm digging this deck. I'm thinking for Halloween of doing a class using this deck. How fun would that be? Strength, the contest between the most powerful, most terrifying creature alive and a lion. That's pretty cool. Hi. My husband just walked in. I left the door open so the cat could go in and out. Alright, the Hermit. I'm really digging these. I'm going to say that over and over. Pick a fate. Any fate. I love it. Thank you, Joey, for turning me on to this. And Joey, why did you turn me on to this? Now there's 2 more decks I have to get. She carries a sword and scales, but she doesn't want to kill you, just give you what you deserve. So, at the cottage, at our coven grounds, Joey had us all paint things on the side of the cottage that were spiritual and meaningful to us. I painted Hecate's wheel for Hecate and scales for Hermes. Hermes is always shown, or in the oldest depictions, holding a scale. We dare you to look at the world from his point of view, the Hanged Man. These are really cool. Truly are. The Death card. This is the end and the beginning. Look at all the people running away, and they've included the Pope right there, the Hierophant, and I love how the fingers pointing straight at him. Temperance. Your life is in the balance. Joey was saying she wants to see the movies that these cards are based on. So do I. I don't know if they're real movies or made-up movies, but I want to see the devil, sex, obsession, addiction, enslavement, all the things that make life worth living. Look at Horror Tarot, the 15th card. The vampirism of the devil forces you to give in to your darkest impulses, binding you to his will. Now that looks like a movie I saw when I was younger called The Keep. I wonder if I could watch that movie now. Probably. The Star. She came to Earth driven by an insatiable desire to continue the cycle of fertility. So that's very reminiscent of the Thoth Tarot with the Star card. The meaning, I like that. I love that werewolf! I have a werewolf tattooed on the back of my leg, for anybody who didn't know. A symbol of fear, anxiety, and dreams. Moonlight's your path to a higher understanding, but the light is weak, a pale reflection of the sun. Dark things come to the surface under the light of the moon, like a crustacean emerging from the bottom of a pond. In Marvel Comics, there's a character, J. Jonah Jameson's son, got turned into a werewolf from a moonstone. And that's what that reminds me of. He was an astronaut. The sun, nothing burns hotter. Whenever they have kids on the movie posters, I really don't like to see it because I don't like seeing kids or animals get hurt. Although I did see a movie about a lion terrorizing, I think it was Sweden or Denmark, and the lion was just chomping on kids. And I was like, oh my gosh, it was hilarious the way they did it. I don't know that word. Judgment. Wanzigis. I bet that means the last card in the Major Arcana. No, second to the last, because the World card is the last. I like how they're all being called up with him blowing the trumpet. The World card, the end is here. Looks like a zombie card. The Ace of Wands. A spiritual gift. Ideas flow towards your soul. Follow your passions and potential for growth. Beware of pitfalls. Now, the downside to having things like this printed on the card is if your intuition is pulling you in another direction and you say the other direction, your client's going to see this. And if they're paying attention, may have questions. So you're going to have to explain how your intuition factors in. Dracula. Making plans to take over the world. The Suit of Wands, card 3. What's his name? Count Varney? Jekyll and Hyde. Four of Wands, reunited and reconciled. The monster comes home. When monsters fight. I was a huge fan of Rodin when I was growing up. And that's Manda, I think. Huge monster fan. I'm still a huge monster fan. I remember that movie. I just don't remember the title of it. Wasn't that Rowdy Piper in that movie? Frankenstein. So yeah, that's a card of defense, and watch him defending himself there. So the Eight of Wands, another one of my favorite cards. Oh, this is my card, by the way. My birthday card is the Seven of Wands. It's a Leo card. And it falls into the day that I was born. So the Seven of Wands, now the Eight of Wands. The card of swiftness, communication. It's ruled by Mercury and Sagittarius. So things happen very rapidly. Change is coming. Something is in the air. Action. The time is now. Where will you be when the big event happens? What is that? Oh, it's a hand. Okay, I see. The Suit of Wands, card 9. Survival is a matter of perspective and vice versa. Perspective is a matter of survival. Oh, the Hunchback, Quasi. That was such a sad movie. The Exorcist. Are these comic books? So we've got, I didn't even notice, we slipped into the court. So we've got the Page, the Knight, Jack, the Queen. Blackula! I haven't seen that in a couple years. I should watch it. Alright, now we're into book covers. The Ace of Cups. The 2. What do you guys think? Should I cut these down and take that border off? I'm actually okay with it. But I don't know. Maybe I'll get another one of these decks and cut the border off. Horror Tarot, the 3 of Cups, also called the Coven card. That's what I call it. And this is why. The 4 of Cups. Five. Aww. Okay, so these ones I noticed don't have the little meanings at the bottom. So what I said about that before, sorry. I guess you are going to have to know this suit. That would have been cool, though. 6. The nostalgia card. Look at them dancing around a skull, as children should. The 7 of Cups. Look at, they put all the choices in one cup. That's awesome. That's a really good representation. I love that. The 8 of Cups. Card of walking away, knowing when something's run its course. And the 9. She looks like Lucretia Borgia bathing in blood. You can see the blood in there. The 10 of Cups. It's just an innocent picture, but it looks scary knowing the context of the deck. Alright, so we got the Page. And I like how they got the fish in the cup. Very cool touch. The Knight of Cups, the Dream Knight. The Queen of Cups. Very cool card. In the 70s is what these novels remind me of. The type, the font and all that stuff. The type of artwork. Like that just looks like a Stephen King book. Oh, this is a comic book. Okay. I recognize comics. The Suit of Swords, here we go. And see, these ones have the keywords. That's what they're called, keywords. Dilemma, indecision. I like how it says featuring. The Suit of Swords 3. The 4, featuring meditation, relaxation, and exhaustion. This is the calm your tits card. This is saying pull back, people. A brutal victory in the tradition. Oh, a brutal tale of victory in the tradition. I don't get it. It is, though. That's what the 5 is. Betrayal. In this case, the housewife cut off the head of the house husband. Featuring transition, rite of passage, unburdening. So that's the 6 of Swords. If you're wondering where to find the suits, up here, there, in the corners. Or the numbers, I mean. Deception, betrayal, pretense. Pretense. I like that one. Yeah, I can totally see that. Suit of Swords. Isolation, abandonment, restriction. How many times have we gone to bed feeling like that? As soon as you close your eyes, they pop wide open and you can see and feel the swords hanging over your head. Anxiety sucks. So this is nightmares, debilitating fear, crippling anxiety. Yep. I like to say, problems from your past are screwing with your present. And if you don't get it taken care of and sorted, it's going to screw with your future. It kind of rolls over and will screw with you in 3 different ways, all right? Don't let your past define your future. So the 10 of Swords. It says world's best dad. And the Page of Swords, that's awesome. Look at that. This is curiosity, new ideas, positive change. I love her little sword. It looks like the one I have. Where's my sword? Here it is. I'm supposed to be using this. But, yeah, I guess I could. The Knight of Swords, the fastest moving knight in the deck. Ambition, quick thinking, drive to succeed. I want to go live tonight just to play with this deck. I might. Let's see if somebody wants to do a pop-up with me. Okay, the Queen of Swords, an unbiased tale of it. Oh, I don't know why I keep reading that. It's the same thing. He's made out of swords. That is a very cool image. The Suit of Pentacles. I'm gonna sneeze any second now, you guys. All right, let's put this up. The Suit of Pentacles. So that reminds me of the Wolfman. The Suit of Pentacles. 2. A journey into equilibrium. That's actually a very good representation. They worked together to create perfection. So it looks like 3 different wizards or witches from different paths. The Collector. That is so jacked up. The 5. Destitute, alone, and terrified for the future. The 6 of Pentacles, the spirit of charity. 15 cents for these comic books. Or what are they, dime store novels? The 7 of Pentacles, look upon my works. I love the taglines they put on here. The 8 of Pentacles, the Apprentice. In the lap of luxury. Is she a mummy? Or a goddess? And the 10 of Pentacles. The gang's all here. So that's the legacy card. What's up with the spooky dog down here at the bottom? Page. Manifestation of an abundant harvest, working towards your goals. The Knight of Pentacles. Slow and steady wins the race. I'm not crazy about that image. I mean, I love the image, just not with that card. The Queen of Pentacles. Sexy. So the one thing I don't like is they didn't show a lot of male skin. I like muscles in my decks if possible, but what are you gonna do? And the king, the man who has everything, also called the sugar daddy card. Alright, shall we raise this up and do a spread? Alright. Oh, I do not like the back. I would have preferred a picture, but, you know, I don't have to deal them face up. I could always, face down, I could deal them face up. Where that's really a non-issue. They're still stiff, obviously, they're new. So I'll have to shuffle. Whoa! Until I get them where I like them. Let's just do this till they loosen up a little. Let's do an elemental spread. And one more. So this isn't for anybody in particular. This is for whoever needs to hear it, okay? Earth. Air. Fire. Water. Spirit. And the hidden element that ties everything together. Normally I wait for the hidden element to be the last card to show what ties everything together. In the Earth realm, we have, let's see, I'm not familiar with this yet, the Seven of Pentacles. Look upon my works. So, the Seven of Pentacles is a card of Taurus. Taurus examines what we have. If you're watching this, there may be a lot of nervousness about the things that you've been trying to create. Have you achieved your goals? Are you on the right track? Are you do you have everything you need? This is analyzing your situation, not just that, over analyzing. There seems to be an element of time involved when I get this card, so the warning here is step up your game. Okay. The next card, the Suit of Pentacles. Which card is this? The 9? The 8. The 8 of Pentacles in reverse. So, again, this goes along with business matters and projects. We have the 8 of Pentacles, which is the card of mastery. When this card is upside down, you need to pay more attention to the things you're trying to create. The 8 of Pentacles is another card of Virgo. Alright. We need to focus our energies in the right way to achieve perfection. And that doesn't mean going and cutting off everybody's heads. So in the fire realm, you have the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is the beginning of all things spiritual. It's the emotional realm. This is telling me a new journey of passion and desire and love. It falls into fire. So the water and the fire balance each other out to create harmony. Having these two cards, I'm getting the impression of relationship. If we add it into here, this relationship, you may be losing sight of your goals if you're focusing too much on this. So you need to find a way to balance both aspects of yourself in order to achieve your goals and have the passion and love that you're after. In the water realm, you have, which one is this? The 8 of Swords in reverse. Okay, so that's 2 8s we have right next to each other. 8s are fortitude, foundation. They are the second stage of foundation, is what I was saying. 4s give us stability. 8s are 4s doubled. It's mastery. Having this card, the 8, come out upside down, that is a lot of stress that you're under. That is putting yourself in difficult situations. What I'm worried about, if somebody's watching this and they are in a relationship that started off well, that they were hoping is going in the right way, it looks like right now things are not going good, that you may have caught him or her doing something. We have the Justice card falls into Spirit. Justice card is Libra energy. It deals with one-on-one relationships, like husband-wife, husband-husband, wife-wife, novios, novias. It's the card of meeting of the minds. It's ruled by Venus and Libra, so it's all about finding that sweet spot, that harmony. And these two cards together are telling me that something may be wrong in paradise. Having the Justice card fall up right ways up tells me you're in the right. I'm not saying if you're watching this your mate's having an affair. I'm saying that you may feel like there's a great injustice that was done to you. And if it is, in fact, some kind of situation where another person is involved, you need to get that in hand and try to figure out what the heck is going on. Now, the hidden element that ties everything together is the Wheel of Fortune. Pick a fate, any fate. When I said that you were in the right, this card tells me that your destiny is not to be cheated on, to be lied to. Your destiny is to stand strong. You have your own fate. And if somebody comes along on that ride with you, that's your choice. You don't need anybody there. All right? I don't want to see anybody betrayed, hurt, made to feel less than. This is bothering me right here. Yeah. The Wheel of Fortune, though, is Jupiter energy. It expands. So having it fall right side up, great sign. If it fell upside down, that means the wheel is turning against you. But and you will be ground down by the wheel. This says you're getting your shit back in order. All right, pick up your damn sword and know your strength. All right, but seriously, don't cut anybody's head off. Just know your strength. Remember who the fuck you are, Simba. Okay? That is what I have for you. This is the Horror Tarot deck. My new favorite deck right now. I have the weirdest love of my tarot decks. None of them are the same. All the ones I'm like totally into, they're all completely freaking different. This is phenomenal. Thank you, Miss Joey Potts, for turning me onto it. I'm going to use it definitely on Wednesday when we do 420 Tarot, but I'm going to be probably doing a pop-up later. All right? So, I didn't do the astrology spread I was going to. I got carried away. All right. Bye.